Right then, in this video we're going to look at exporting from the subject overview page in Connect Interactive into Excel. So here I've got a trend point, so I've got 3 trend grade points of monitoring for year 13, a start of the year, October time and Christmas sort of time. If I want to export that to Excel just as it is there, then top right, export to Excel. I can give that a name, so I can type in there, and then export to Excel. I'm going to show you one I've done earlier. So this is what it looks like when you export it to Excel. Just pretty much what you see on the screen, but you can then manipulate that if you feel you want to do that. Now, going back in here then, we can make this a little bit more sophisticated. So I'm just going to simplify it a little bit before I sophisticate it by taking off these 2 monitoring points and just looking at the latest monitoring point. I'm going to add a comparison group. Now, by the way, all of this is on separate videos, adding comparison groups. So I'm just going to add a high, middle and low. And then what I can see is I can scroll down to high, middle and low, or I can show them all in one table like this, and I can get a feel for how the gap analysis looks across my subjects. Now, exporting that to Excel will apply those comparison groups, right? So the file that you eventually get, if I can find that for you, looks like this. So that's your MP2, but this time you get a couple of extra tabs. So there's your comparison group by high, middle and low, so you can do any additional manipulation to that. And the multi-grade point pivot shows you for MP2, it shows you in list format for each of the subjects how they've done in terms of that gap analysis. Finally, let me show you what will happen if you keep that analysis on, that comparison group, and tick show teaching sets, so that you've got all your teaching set overview with that comparison, and export that to Excel, retaining that comparison group. Then if I show you what that looks like this, where there's your MP2 with all the teaching sets, and a single grade point pivot shows you what you had on the screen in Connect, and similarly a list of all your different teaching sets and the breakdown of high, middle and low onto that. Hope that was helpful. Thanks for listening.